So this is just a module of a larger thing that I've put together here in creative mode. This is the purpose here is I've got 15 assemblers, assembler 2s to make low density structures, which would be used to make 45 gold science per minute. And the challenge, let me go ahead and put some power on this. There we go. And as you can see, this thing's making plates, and this is making steel and plastic. And so here comes the copper. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about assembler greed. You just go in here. These guys, even though I have their inserters set to override stack size of 1, so they can only take 1 at a time, here you go. This guy is already working. But these guys on this end have received nothing. And when you keep watching for a few minutes, you'll see, when I tried this a few minutes ago, so there he goes. He's completed 1, and he's working on, he's currently working on 1, and now he's over here on the far right. You can see when you hover in, we can go in here, and you can see, look, he has 40, so he has enough for another 2 cycles. And he's already working, and now he's down to 20 again, and now it starts sucking in copper again to get it back up to 40. And I guess it's always double the recipe amount, although that doesn't seem to be consistent. And over here, this guy is getting nothing. He's not getting a plastic, he's not getting steel, and he's not getting any copper. There you go, he finally got 1 copper. After this guy over here has already made 3 products. He's already finished 3 low density structures, and this guy hasn't made any. So the output of this row of low density structure assemblers is going to be below what it needs to be, and that's going to cause a bottleneck in my plant, even though mathematically I'm making enough copper. I'm making enough copper per second, or enough per minute, however you want to measure it. I'm making enough copper per minute to feed all of these low density structure assemblers per minute, yet I end up with this thing where this guy hasn't even made 1 yet, and he's still waiting on materials, and this guy has now made 5, the guy on the far left. So you tell me what the solution is. I've done a thing before. I posted a screenshot where I have this elaborate candelabra thing where it comes in one place here in the bottom, and then it spreads out through splitters and ends up looking like a big candelabra or a big menorah, to where it evenly distributes the copper plates or whatever the materials is to the assemblers. And people are like, oh, you're wasting time, that's not the right way to do it, you should just put it in a long line. Well, I've tried putting it in a long line, wise guys, and it obviously doesn't work. So this guy has finished 7 products, and this guy has still finished 0. He's still waiting on materials. He's still short on steel. Even though mathematically I'm making more than enough steel, as you can tell by the fact that this guy has made so many products already. I mean, one thing I thought about doing is you could set up some electronics with the comparators where you count how many times this inserter has moved versus the output inserter, but that's fairly complicated to set up, and you'd have to have one of them for every assembler. So I'm welcome to suggestions. You guys tell me what is the solution here, because the way this is set up, the way these work, to where it's, I just call it greed. The assembling machine is being greedy. It takes more than it needs. It should take enough for the next cycle, but not enough for 2 cycles, which is what it does. And there's no way to control that. There's no way to turn it on or off. Thanks. Have a great day.